Have you ever had this one color you didn't quite know how to use? And this was mine. Until... Hello wonderful people! Today I tell you the story of Ice Blue. Ice Blue was released as a color by Schmincke in 2021, I think. I've had it for almost a year now, as I ordered it together with Ocean Grey and Random Grey, which I made videos on months ago. It's one of the limited edition mixes that Schmincke seems to release on a regular basis. By the way, there's a new super granulation set and a completely new pigment they've just released. It's not available in any other brand, so I'm excited about this, and I have pre-ordered this and it has been shipped today as I'm making this video, and it's going to arrive soon, and I will make a video with swatches and everything, so stay tuned for that. But back to Ice Blue. Ice Blue was so confusing to me. It's a mix of PW6 and PB15, which most probably already own in their palettes. It's a very light blue which darkens during the drying process a little. This is not unusual for mixes with white, so needs to be anticipated during the painting process. Because Ice Blue is relatively light, it for sure differs from most available blues, which are much darker, but also whites, as it's much cooler. It feels a little like the cool alternative to Titanium Buff, and it's actually how it behaves during the painting too. The color is pretty opaque due to the dominant white pigment. It lifts well despite of the phthalo blue pigment that is used to create the light blue hue, and it does not granulate. Though it showed a medium flow during the swatching and painting process, so at least it's moving a little. The color reminds me of a frozen lake and snow and forests. To use it as it is doesn't feel fully beneficial to me, so I tried to create uses for it and mixes, which would work nicely. On the stream I tried several mixes and I like them. Ice Blue neutralizes the warm colors nicely and creates nice grains in combination with burnt sienna, which are light and pretty. Two combinations stuck out to me, which I will share with you. First limited palette I tried and chose was Ice Blue, Yellow Ochre and Perylene Green. Mixed with Yellow Ochre, Ice Blue creates a cool muted green color, very light and warm, up to a muted greenish brown, and mixes with Perylene Green. It softens the color and shifts the green to a grayish tone. The mixes soften up by the use of white and get a creamy consistency. Also, they become more opaque and can be used almost as a gouache in full opacity. In combination with the more transparent pigments, it can lead to interesting effects. As Ice Blue is a very light color, it will not create the necessary values to create a finished piece using that color only. The depth needed is created by Perylene Green, and this combination, which used in a thick layer, almost looks black. Another limited palette, including Ice Blue, is the one where I used complementary brown colors to create a cohesive look. In combination with burnt sienna, the Ice Blue again softens it and neutralizes it slowly to a warm grey color. A cool grey is achieved by mixing Ice Blue with sepia. During the painting process, it again shows how opaque the mixes with Ice Blue are, and it's for sure something you should anticipate. I like the look of both palettes a lot, although they give different vibes. The color palettes look cohesive to me, and I like how nicely it shows when painting a similar subject using both palettes. After avoiding this color for so long, I feel now more comfortable using it, although it would not be my first choice to buy again. The light blue mix is easily recreated by colors you can find in basically any palette, and while it was nice to play with it, it doesn't feel as special to me as Ocean Grey or Random Grey, which I both enjoyed much more. It's not as versatile on its own by being so light that it would be impossible to create monochromatic paintings, just as I did with the other two. The color does not granulate and is very opaque, which might collide with the usual uses of watercolor. Well, not the granulation part, but the opaqueness, for sure. As much as I enjoyed putting together the palettes and paint with the mixes, the more I have to tell you that you need to check whether this color will suit your style. As always with the mixes, maybe try first. Mix a light blue and see whether you can use it in your art, and if you can, go for it and purchase the tube. If you find that it doesn't suit you, then you have at least not wasted money and had still the same experience trying the color. Don't be afraid to experiment and enjoy the process. As always, the swatches are available in the watercolor database suncolors.com. Everything is linked down the description box with all the info you need. We're working on updates to add even more data and make it more accessible to you all. Happy New Year and have a creative time, everyone. Hope to see you soon. Bye!